a Golden Globe winner. He's an Emmy Award winner, and it's official. Tonight, he proved here in the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, he's a wrestler.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Paul Walter Hauser.
Gosh, what a dream come true. I've been where you're sitting, and I've been in the stands my whole life, and buying the merch and evangelizing, preaching the gospel of professional wrestling. And man, when All In happened and when this company came together, and to see what Tony's done, I was just an instant fan, because at the end of the day, this guy's providing so many jobs and opportunities for so many people. And you know, times are tough. I don't think it's any secret that the economy's in a weird place, the world's in a weird place. There's in Hollywood, where I've come from, there's all these layoffs and stuff. So to see this guy opening these doors, spending this money, and creating this world, I'm just very, very indebted to you as a fan, and to be a tiny part of tonight's show was unreal.
Everything you've done in AEW, whether it's hosting or whether it's been commentary on Collision, or whether it's been tonight in ROH wrestling, in competing at a very high level and proving yourself in front of some of the most tough fans in the world, in front of a very, very tough crowd. It's really, really high standard of pro wrestling here. And you proved yourself, Paul Walter Hauser, that you belong in a pro wrestling environment, that you're a wrestler, you're a great actor and a great person and a great wrestler, Paul.
Thank you, brother. You as well.
Was there anything you were worried about heading into the match tonight? I mean, you know, you're clearly a good enough actor to win an Emmy, Golden Globe.
Yeah, you know, I used to do stand-up comedy before as Mr. Napolitano. Good to see you, George. Love you, buddy. I always, you know, used to do stand-up comedy in theater, and I would get nervous before auditions. I think tonight was my 20th. Maybe I'd have to check the Cage Match website or whatever, but I think I've had about 20 matches. So like I'm usually violently nervous before a match, and I'm terrified. Tonight, something about the crew here, from props to catering to people doing photography it felt like I was on one of the best movie sets I've ever been on. It really is a team sport. Everybody came together to make me feel welcome and prepared. And weirdly enough, I wasn't as nervous as I became very excited. And I really believed in the story we were telling, the kind of underdog outsider in this world of some of the best wrestling stars alive. I think we told a good story, and that at the end of the day, whether you've been tuning in long enough to know the whole alcohol in the face thing, which QT and I have spoken backstage about that, as far as I know, that is a shoot accident. That was not a planned thing. He was not trying to be mean. I appreciate him coming to me and talking to me about that. And I just felt like whether you were with us from the beginning or you were just tuning in tonight and didn't know what to expect, we were able to tell a story in the ring, and that's a feat unto itself. It's not always easy.
Well, we appreciate you making yourself vulnerable and sharing your story with the addiction. I know that touches a lot of fans and their families and their friends.
Thanks. I think it helps to be vulnerable. We all need to feel seen and not feel like we're alone in our struggles, whether it's going through a divorce or going through, an addiction or whatever it is. I try to be. Hollywood sometimes makes headlines out of it, which sucks. But I would rather be vulnerable and take the slings and arrows than stay buttoned up and not share that stuff.
Certainly means a lot. I do have one very specific question. Were you able to get the tack out of the back of your skull that we saw on the way out?
I didn't even know that was.
Yeah, that was a pretty violent moment. And what does that feel like? What is?
Hand to God, I didn't even feel the tacks. I felt the power bomb.
Oh.
And the moment I was laying there with the wind knocked out of me, because it didn't have to sell much there. I realized though I was like, Sting took a power bomb from Wardlow. Like Sting in his 50s or early 60s, whatever it was, took a power bomb from Wardlow. I just took one at the age of 38, one of them from QT, who, pretty safe dude in there for as violent as we got. And I just have so much respect for the guys and gals who are taking 2-3 power bombs a week. It's like, my goodness, true athletes and warriors out there, man.
You were very impressive. You and QT absolutely beat the hell out of each other tonight. You really made a lot of new fans, I think, and you're somebody that hopefully I really believe also brought new fans into ROH and AEW when you're here, because what you've accomplished in the world of acting, it's incredible. So anytime you come here, we really appreciate it. But tonight you went above and beyond with the brutality and fought so hard. Really impressive, Paul.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the invite in any capacity. This is just one of those places. And if you guys know you love wrestling, you get it. So it's like, whether you are a fly on the wall or you're on the card, it's there's a Bible verse, not to get weird and preachy, but there's a cool verse. I think it might be from Psalms or something. It's better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere. I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of God than dwell in the tents of the wicked. And I feel like that sometimes with wrestling, where I go, man, I don't need to be front row. I don't need to be on the card. Just being here, I'm honored to dwell in a good house. And that means a lot to me. ROH has a wild celebrated history, and there are guys and gals we love that cut their teeth in this company. And of course, you have the distinct, overwhelming, but exciting privilege to tell the next chapter and to bring these new stories and stars. And it's really cool to get to be a part of that.
It was a great show tonight, and you were a great part of it. And thank you for all joining us. We've got some members of the wrestling media here, and with that, maybe some questions for Mr. Paul Walter Hauser.
I'm gonna put my glasses on and look vaguely smart as I'm shirtless and got blood crusted on my face.
Hi, Paul. Adam Bernard from the Sportster. First, 1 year, 4 months, and 22 days sober. So thank you for being honest about your sobriety.
Good,
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're here in the house of the hardcore. What was it like getting that violent in the ring, and how does it feel for you to have your name etched into this prestigious arena here?
Thank you, man. Congrats. I think I had a match here for WrestleCon with Sami Callihan, and it was fun, but it was also it was my third match ever, and I was honored to be here. But we were put at the top of I think we were main event, and I was like, this is a horrible choice. So there was some love, but there was more skepticism and groans and a tired audience. I think where we were at on the card and the homework we did prior to this match, I felt way more equipped. And I said to QT and I said to Tony and all the folks backstage who I texted with and stuff, I said, just so you know, because they're very safe. They know it's dangerous, but they care about the performers here. This company cares a lot about its performers. But I said to them, please do not go soft on me. If I get hit with a kendo stick, hit me. If we're doing thumbtacks, let's do thumbtacks. And I want to give everybody the pound of flesh and give everybody the show they deserve, whatever that looks like. And the same with acting. If you watch Blackbird, I'm playing a serial killer. It is not a fun role. It is a lot of work. It's not nearly as fun as goofing around in Cobra Kai. So here I was looking at it like, this is Blackbird. It's time to bleed. It's time to remember your stuff, and it's time to show up.
Anyone else?
Hello, I'm Max Denenberg with BodySlam.net. Just wanted to ask about you had a pretty crazy spot earlier when you jumped off. It looked like your neck and your head almost at the same time on the ground over there. Just talk about that spot and what you're thinking during that.
Max, right?
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Yeah, are you talking about the senton or the rolling? Oh yeah, that was fun. I love Mick Foley. Somebody smartened me up there, like, Jerry Lynn used to do that. I'm like, oh God, I think Jerry Lynn is such a wonderful technical wrestler. Him doing that doesn't even make sense to me in my head. But I just love throwing my weight around. So yeah, Dustin Rhodes and Mick Foley always did a wonderful, beautiful rolling senton. So that's me just saying what up to them.
I love that.
Well, Paul, this has been a memorable night tonight.
Thank you.
And to see the press leading up to it, People Magazine, the quotes across all the entertainment world, we appreciate you bringing our world into your world. And we hope that you got as much out of it as we did, and vice versa. I mean, this is amazing.
If I may, since I don't get this opportunity I have to say as an aside, since everything I say gets aggregated in wrestling, I feel like every quote I say gets picked up. Yeah, I gave an interview, and the one time I make a really astute film observation nobody makes, nobody picks it up and talks about it. I did an interview with Robbie Fox, who I think does a great job on
Oh, yeah,
Barstool
love
on My Mother's Basement. I pointed out I saw Paul Walter Hauser's film, The Naked Gun. It's a fantastic, fantastic movie. I think I made a pretty astute observation that the film, the plot, is very, very similar, and I think intentionally, to that of a great movie, the classic Chinatown. I've looked. Not one film review, not one person on social media has pointed this out. I actually pointed out that not only is the plot very similar in that you have this great LA detective,
Yes.
which is, you know, Frank Drebin Jr. here, or like Jake Gittes in Chinatown. You have this hard-boiled LA detective, a damsel in distress. A lady comes to him. She's got a family member who passed away under mysterious circumstances. She wants the death investigated as a murder. They're not investigating it as a murder.
Conspiracy.
She says it's a murder. There's a big conspiracy. There's a big LA billionaire at the center of it. And the billionaire villain in The Naked Gun is played by the son of the actor who's the villain in Chinatown, John Huston's son, Danny Houston, who is amazing in Naked Gun with you, Paul. You're amazing in it. Liam Neeson. It's one of the best movies of the summer. And I have to say, I can't believe nobody else picked up on this. And then I said it and nobody aggregated it. So, like, I just really want to get it out there.
Here's what we
You
need,
said
though.
nobody picked up on it. Not one person.
No one said it to me. You need to be on Letterboxd, the movie review app, and you got to like put that up there and watch it just go viral. People will eat that.
Now I think we've done it. We've got it in the scrum. So now that you've brought yourself into the world of wrestling, I had to interject my film analysis.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you,
Gene
Paul.
Siskel is sitting up in his grave, not rolling
Yeah.
in it. I just want to say, last thing I want to say, because we got a lot of other people, more important people to get through here.
No, you're very
I just
important.
want to say that I love film and television, and I love professional wrestling. My hope is just to shine a light whenever I can and try to cross-promote and cross-sect those worlds. And as we've seen in the world, you know, MJF booking movies left and right, all of a sudden it's like wrestlers are incredible performers. They are fearless. They do some silly things with great conviction and commitment, and that is what it takes to be a great actor. So as time goes by and as I hope my star, by the grace of God, is still on the rise, I hope to interject and try to cross-sect and bring more wrestlers and more wrestling personalities into film and television. And we can kind of marry those two worlds because they are my two favorite forms of entertainment, and hopefully they can feed each other. We'll see.
Thank you, Paul. You
Thank
were
you.
great tonight, and we love having you, and I hope you'll be back with us in AEW and ROH very soon. Thank
I'd
you,
be
Paul.
honored. Thank
That's
you.
my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you, buddy.
Thank you. Love you, my friend.
Cheers.
Paul Walter Hauser.
This is a little parting gift from the crew. I will
Very good. Very good, Paul.
Oh,
move it around. Ian, looking good, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Paul
Great
Walter
job.
Hauser, everybody. What a performance.
Yeah,
Well,
fantastic.
Yeah, and let's QT Marshall too. I mean, underrated, one of the most underrated wrestlers of the last
That's
15
absolutely one of the most
years.
intelligent people in the wrestling business, and one of the really, really great technical wrestlers.
Yeah.
Somebody who's a great wrestling teacher,
Mhm.
great wrestling producer, great coach. And tonight he went out there and fought one of the most impressive stars in Hollywood. But speaking of people and great accomplishments,
Yeah.
great champions in ROH, welcome the new six-man champions. We've got a whole group of champions.
What up, TK?
Hey, Carly.
Thank you.
Congrats.
What up? What up?
Congrats, Carly. We're gonna need a lot of chairs and a lot of
What's
championship
happening?
belts. We've got great champions
Belts on
here.
belts on belts,
We've got
baby.
the six-man champions. We've got the pure champion.
you wanna
Congrats,
go on,
champ.
baby?
Congrats, champ. We've got all three six-man champions and the pure champion for over 1 year, Lee Moriarty. And we've got one of the quarterfinalists here in the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship,
There you
Trish
go.
Adora. We've got a lot of great
There we
things
go.
happening. Lot to celebrate. Over 1 year of Lee Moriarty as the Pure Champion and brand new six-man champions. Very cool.
It's a lot of us here. A go-go is already celebrating, so he will not be joining
Oh,
us.
I love this.
I'm here.
love
Sorry,
this.
guys. I've had a
You guys
great
are
night.
taking over,
Fantastic.
taking over the scrum. Welcome to the Infantry, Lee Moriarty, Trish Adora, and Shane Taylor of Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yeah.
4 championship belts.
Thank you. That was exciting.
And let me tell you something. Philadelphia loves us.
It's the best.
How
the
did,
best.
how did that feel? Just the reception. I mean, when we were last time Ring of Honor was here, 2021, we were coming out of the pandemic. There was clearly some promise. A lot of the talent that was there ended up in AEW, Ring of Honor. But the reaction you got then was something special. You got that same reaction tonight. Did it bring back any memories? Did it bring back what?
It brought back all of them. Philly is a city that recognizes real, right? And a lot of this game is bullshit. Sorry, we can cuss, right? Like, because I've heard the things that Tony Storm has said, and so it's
No, you can. Very good.
nowhere near that,
Very
right?
good, Shane. Very good. Shane.
This game can be bullshit a lot of times, right? So, this is a town that recognizes real people, recognizes hard work, recognizes those that put in the hours day after day after day, and that there is no bigger example of that than the people standing on my left. Than the infantry, than Trisha Dora, than Lee Moriarty. We already said it tonight. It doesn't matter where you put us, who you put us against. Every time we come out here, we hit a home run. Every time you put us in the box, we swing, we score. Every single time. I don't care what you got in the bank account. You could be the biggest star here. You don't do that. We do. And we're going to keep doing it. And that's why we got these right now. So it brought back all the memories. All of them.
It's incredible. And Tony, Lee Moriarty, record-setting reign as the Pure Champion.
Amazing.
I mean,
congrats.
so
Such an artist.
I'm going to take a. I'm going to.
Be a wrestler on the planet.
I'm going to take a risk here. Take the mic out. I might not be able to put it back in. But Lee, what did it feel like? You're taking on comers from all over the world right now, including many from Mexico. How do you adapt to the style, and what kind of preparation do you do ahead of these matches?
So awesome.
I adapt to every style of professional wrestling because I love every style of professional wrestling. It's easy for me to study and understand professional wrestling when you come from being a fan of everything. I grew up watching Lucha Libre. I grew up watching hardcore wrestling. I grew up watching Japanese wrestling, World of Sport, British wrestling, everything. So when I have these opportunities to wrestle these people that are so special and unique in their styles, like Shewa, who is a throwback to luchadors like Mil Mascaras, El Santo, Blue Demon, it's exciting for me. It invigorates me and it motivates me to do my best and adapt to them and overcome their styles. You saw in our first match, I knew how to wrestle the Yave style. I studied with Negro Navarra in Mexico when we were down there. I took the time to learn, to prepare, and that's what my team here does. Shane, as a coach, he prepares us and gets us ready for the fights that we have. And I'm just so grateful and appreciative of the opportunities that I have to showcase every style of professional wrestling as a Pure Champion.
Such a heartthrob.
Man, it's so wholesome. Man, it's so wholesome.
You're such a heartthrob. I love you.
That's very good. And we've got great members of the media here. It'd be great to open up for some questions for Shane Taylor Promotions.
Damn, I like that.
Dave Melanger of Sports Talk Philadelphia. So how did it feel to be in the house of where ECW wrestling got started and winning the belts here tonight?
I don't know if you noticed, but tonight we had on New Jack camo.
Yes, we did.
That was a homage to him, you know, a legend here in this building, many great fights here, you know, and then the feeling, it was great, you know. Our first time here, our first time wrestling here to come out champions, that's what it's all about. From the time that me and this man started here in this company, that's all we set out to do was to do our best and win championships. And right now, we're solidifying those prophecies, you know.
Good shot. Couldn't have said it better.
And to add to that, to be able to come out here and have the crowd sound the way they did, to be as loud as they were, to be as passionate as they were, from the second we started the entrance to the second we left was nothing but STP chants and them going absolutely insane. So I thank the city of Philadelphia tonight, and it was an incredible night. Incredible night.
Y'all put the brother in brotherly love.
Facts.
Facts.
Hi, Lizzie Flanagan with PWI. Oh, thank you.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Girl.
Talk to us nice now.
Okay, I will. We've seen a few different iterations of Shane Taylor Promotions over the years. What would you say are the particular strengths of this current roster?
Oh, you better talk that talk. You better talk that talk.
So
Answers the question.
The hardest ever made. That's the biggest difference right there
So-
with them, you know?
Talk to him, brother.
one of my favorite questions that I get asked is which championship means the most, right? I was the third ever black male to win the Ring of Honor TV title, right? And was told by so many that there would only be one man to win that the world title, which would be Jay Lethal until Gresham won, right? I put, at the time, the 6-man win that I had with Khan and Moses above that TV title win because it wasn't just about me. It was about taking people with me and bringing other people up. This one tops that. This is the most important championship win of my 18-year career.
We love you too.
And it's because of the people that I'm doing it with, right? STP prior was Smash Mouth Football. We now are the most complete unit in all of professional wrestling. We can do it all. You want to throw hands? Got you. You want to go technical? We got you. You want to go tag team? We got you. Trios? Clearly, we got you.
Clearly.
Right? Charisma, intelligence. You know, we can do everything and do it on, with no pun intended, the elitist of levels, right? And I will say this, and I'm glad you're here for this, because I've said, and I've been saying this entire time, AEW is undoubtedly where the best wrestle, but Ring of Honor is where the baddest rumble.
Talk that talk.
Well, I know you guys will be celebrating later.
We're celebrating right now, okay? Can you tell? You should come hang out with us. Tony, what you think?
I know. Well, I know you guys will be celebrating.
You going to party bus?
Well, I heard infantry already put in requests for the day off for tomorrow. I figured it's gonna be a
we
long
absolutely
night.
did. It's a
I checked
national
my email.
holiday.
I got
Tomorrow
the
will be
email.
called Infantry Day. Philadelphia should celebrate it. We won the 6-man World Tag Team Championship.
We want to keep the city.
You know how hard we've been working? You know, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground, I spent most of my days. You know? That's not us? Oh, okay. Well, somebody else's story. Well, we were there, you know, and we them, and we're here now. This means more to us than anything in the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know this place. I know how legendary this place is. We came in, we did what we were supposed to do. Of course we should celebrate, right? Tiger style, right? Tony,
While
right?
you guys are doing the bottle service, I think Lee's going to be studying wrestling videos.
He's going to be studying all kind of lucha. He's painting
Someone's gotta
pictures.
Keep us on track. Someone's got to keep us on track.
He's very
We love you guys.
studious.
Tonight was for y'all, really for us, but y'all too. You feel me?
I'll see you guys later.
Shane Taylor Promotions to everybody. Great stuff.
Hey, man.
I will see you after.
Yes, sir. Yes, you will.
Lee, congrats.
Don
Trish,
Cherry
thank
suit
you.
in.
Gotcha.
Wow. STP really.
Go see those guys later.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep before Collision if I go out with them.
Well,
tonight, yeah.
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And we're going to have more great guests joining us. Speaking of great champions, everybody, the Ring of Honor World Champion, Bandido. What a week. You okay? Oh, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bandido. What an incredible week for Bandido. Oh, very good. Hey, well, that's good too. That's good too. Put it here. This is very good for you. I'll put it here for you. Thank you, champ.
Champ, I got to ask you, did you do something to Don Callis? Did you mess with his breakfast? He's certainly, for the last couple of weeks, he's had it out for you. First, he sends Takeshita, the winner of the G1, after 30 minutes, you beat him last month. And then tonight, and maybe your biggest test, 37 minutes with Hechicero.
Oh, my God. Thank you very much to everything. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, amigo. Thank you. And, it's amazing. An amazing time for me in my career, you know. After 2 years out, it's since I come back, this is like a dream, you know. It's a dream, and I'm very excited and proud to be part of AEW and Ring of Honor. Thank you for everything.
We're very proud to have a great champion like you, Bandido, a great champion in Ring of Honor, world champion, also now AEW World Tag Team Champion with Brody King and Bandido.
Yeah.
We have a lot to celebrate. You have a lot to celebrate. What a great year you're having. We're also proud of you, Bandido, and like you said, to be out of wrestling for a long time and to have Takeshita, one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, put you out of wrestling, put you out for over a year out of competition, for you to come back the way you did, and then at our previous pay-per-view at Supercard in the main event, to go out again, like Ian said, to wrestle for over 30 minutes against one of the all-time greats, that I think is, along with you, one of the best wrestlers in the world. For you two to wrestle toe-to-toe for 30 minutes and you to get that great revenge, it was incredible. And then tonight, to take it another step further and go 37 minutes for this World Championship. What an amazing champion, and it means so much to see you regain this championship and all the great things you've been doing, including the World Tag Team Championship in AEW. We're all just so proud of you, and I'm sure the media is going to have some questions for you. So with that, we can turn it over, Adam.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
Dave Millinger, Sports Talk Philadelphia. So first off, you win the title back at AEW Dynasty here in Philadelphia against Chris Jericho, and now you defend the title and retain it tonight inside the house where ECW got started. Can you just talk about those two big wins here in Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philly is an amazing place for me. You know, now Philly is like home for me. All my family is very excited to be here in Dynasty. So now for me, 2300 Arena is like, I got in my heart, you know. It's an amazing place for me. Yeah.
It's great.
Had some big wins here as well. 4 years ago, the last time we were here, you defended the world title here. This Philly is an amazing place.
Yeah. This is an amazing place, yeah.
Hi, Max Denenberg, bodyslam.net. Just wanted to ask you, you were obviously one of the flag bearers for Ring of Honor back in COVID. And can you just reflect where you've been now, where you were as Ring of Honor champion 4 or 5 years ago, and here you are now after the injury as well?
So about 4 years ago, when you first won the championship, it was a different world, different environment. Can you reflect on what it means to you now to hold the championship with these sold-out crowds, with raucous crowds, chanting your name, supporting you with against? What does that feel like?
Oh, that feels incredible. You know, yeah, it's unbelievable for me. I'm very proud to be here, to be with AEW, and to be now the face of Ring of Honor, and to be here in Philly. It's an amazing place now. Mm-hmm.
It's great. The support from the fans has been incredible, and to see Bandido go from wrestling in front of empty arenas in that COVID era to be in front of fans all over the world, whether it's here in the United States, we'll be going to Canada soon, in the United Kingdom, we saw great support for Bandido, and of course in Mexico, when we've seen Bandido competing for AEW and ROH and with CMLL in Arena Mexico, the fans there, incredible support for him as well. It was a real pleasure. We talked about your main event on the previous pay-per-view on Supercard of Honor. It was a real pleasure for me to be able to watch that match sitting side by side like this with the great Mr. Salvador Lutheroff, who sat beside me while Bandido and Takeshita had that incredible match. And he was watching. Of course, they had the Grand Prix tonight, but Salvador watching very closely, and all the people in CMLL watching for 37 minutes, two of the greatest athletes in pro wrestling, Hechicero and Bandido. And it was the showdown we all wanted to see. That vignette was incredible. I remember talking to you about that vignette, and man, the showdown, it was great.
Amazing.
We played, and it was a great way to set up the match tonight for anybody who hadn't seen it yet. And we're just so proud of the things you're doing. What a great championship match with you and Hechicero tonight, Bandido.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions for Bandido? One more?
I think we're good, Tony.
Hey, we did it. Well, you know what? I have a question for Bandido.
Okay.
Hey, Bandido. I have to say, it's been great having you here in Philadelphia. It's been great having you in ROH. Great having you do AEW. You've had this great year. We've had great matches all over, and we're here in Philadelphia for a few more days. So how about coming back and wrestling in here again in this arena again? What do you say? That'd be great.
I really want to do that, and also I want to try a really good Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I need to try a really good Philly cheesesteak. Some advices? Some
we'll get the best tips. I think Adam knows where to get a Philly cheesesteak.
Okay,
I have a list for you.
Yeah,
Alessandro's gyms.
good
Yeah.
places.
What do you say,
over here.
gyms?
Yeah.
Gyms is good.
Gyms, yeah.
Gyms is good.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Skinny
Let's
Joe's?
try
Wow.
some
Okay.
finishes.
So Skinny Joe's. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm
So-
very excited for the next weeks ahead. You know, we're gonna be here, and now I think the crowd in Philly is so hot. I really love.
Well,
this match.
the crowd in Philadelphia was very, very hot for you. Wednesday for Dynamite for Bandido. The
Yeah.
crowd for ROH, very hot for the ROH World Champion Bandido. It's been great having you. And I know that while we're here for a few more weeks, the fans are going to be very excited to keep seeing Bandido here in AEW and ROH. It's just such a great pleasure working with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Bandido, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm gonna take this. I'm going to gyms, right?
He's going to
Okay.
gyms.
Thank you.
He's going to gyms.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Arriba Filadelfia.
Viva Philadelphia. See.
Gracias.
You guys go way back. You and Bandido go way back.
Yeah. So,
And speaking of going way back, going
oh
back
my goodness.
for years now, let's
With
give it up to the winner of tonight's incredible main event and her minion, who also was a winner tonight. Let's give it up to two winners. Congrats, champ. Thank you. Congrats on your win.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Athena, I don't want to call attention to what might be a sore spot because you had an incredible victory, but I couldn't help but notice the limp.
Let's not talk about that.
The
She got great knees. Shut up.
it-
Fantastic knees of an 8-year-old child frolicking in the front yard.
was that your toughest test here in Ring of Honor? It certainly seemed like it. Mina came within an eyelash of capturing the title, but your resolve, your resilience, your stamina led you to victory.
You know what? I'll give credit where credit is due. Mina is someone I've wanted to wrestle for a very long time. She's absolutely phenomenal in the ring. I hate that she dances. I think we all do, and we can agree that wrestling needs less dancing. Yes. But Mina is one of the best competitors in the entire world, and I got the privilege of having my first match in Japan with her in a tag match. So just getting a little taste of that and knowing and seeing that evolve into probably what could have almost been me losing my forever championship, though I'm not admitting that.
Never.
Asterisk.
Yeah.
Asterisk. It was tough. It was hard, but I am the forever ROH champion. Did you doubt me?
What do you think?
No, no, never.
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 See, we're good.
No, never.
We're good.
I would
boss.
definitely
We're so good.
I would definitely put her on the Mount Rushmore of your great opponents.
Yeah, I can attest to that. I can attest, like, great competitor, great opponent, less dancing, and then we're all perfect. You know.
It was an impressive win. You really fought through the niche. You really targeted it well, but you persevered. So
Yeah.
another impressive victory to add to the almost 1,000 days, Tony.
It's incredible. It's unprecedented, and it's something to be celebrated as we close in now nearly 1,000 days as the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Something people never would have believed, and the kinds of great wins you've had along the way. It's very fitting that one of the greatest matches yet and one of the most impressive World Championship reigns in wrestling history was tonight in this very hallowed place. You've had so many great matches along the way, including with your minion who sits here behind us, who also picked up a great win tonight. Another one of the really great opponents and teammates. But I have to say the two of you have been like a well-oiled machine this year and done some really, really great things along the way to you becoming now, I would say it's very safe to say, barring anything unforeseen, the first person ever to hold this championship. And in pro wrestling, really a very special accomplishment when you defend the title the way you have with all the matches you have going now nearly 1,000 days as the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. And if I may say, 69-0 officially.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Mina had some doubts about that number, but
You know what? I feel like Mina foreshadowed herself a little bit.
Okay.
No, it's really cool. Like, never in a million years when we were in Arlington, and I had the match with Mercedes, that I think that would start this championship reign. Like I said before, Ring of Honor. Sorry, I'll scoot up. It's just because I'm short.
no.
Ring of Honor meant the world to me when I was first coming up on the independent scene. That was the place to be. That was the place to work. That was where the best wrestlers in the world were at that time. And seeing like Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, Brian, Nigel, Samoa Joe, and all of these guys that I idolized before I truly got on the bigger independent circuit. And now not only am I working with them, I'm proving that I am better than them. So it's really awesome to be able to carry forth the Ring of Honor brand and carry forth the Ring of Honor brand on my shoulder, on my back, and show that like this platform is where the best wrestlers. I know AEW is as well, but like we are the workhorse. We are the grind horse. We are where we develop every single aspect and hone in on our skills. And then when you see us on AEW TV, that's the well-oiled machine. That is where the best wrestlers. We are the workhorse. We are the backbone behind that. And for me personally, like Ring of Honor means so much. So for me to come in and grind day in, day out, whether I do AEW, whether I do ROH, like that is my heart. That is my passion. Me delivering everything I can in the ring time and time again. That is my heart. That is what I want to set forth an example, not only for the younger girls in the roster, the women sitting at home that think, hey, this might be something I want to do. I want them to look at me. I want them to look at my minion back here and say, you know what? They're up there killing it day in and day out. Maybe I can do that. Maybe that can be like my motivation to get up and go to work in the morning. You know, it's just about being an inspiration, putting out what you put into this. And like, guys, I live this life. I think you guys truly understand how much I live this.
The results certainly speak for themselves. And it's been an incredible reign that could go on forever at this point.
Forever.
Well, we do have some limited time here tonight.
Yeah.
So I'd like
We have great media, and
Yeah.
you're going to want to talk to the forever champ.
Absolutely.
Hello, my name's Ab from WIP Wrestling. Athena, congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
But first things first, are you prepared to defend your Ring of Honor championship against 9 belts, Monet, on her quest for 10 belts?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's not even a question. Like, she had to cheat to beat me the first time, and I was trying to, play it safe, if you will. But honestly, like, that taught me one thing, that like I can never take an opponent lightly, that including Miss Tony Storm, which I maybe stuck my foot in my mouth a little bit. I'm not afraid to admit that, but you know what? Like, when it comes to Ring of Honor, I've done everything possible to keep the championship around my waist. And I think now it's time to do a mentality switch versus taking people lightly and saying, you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes to win, and I don't care who I hurt in the process.
Hi, Adam Bernard from The Sportster. I know you said that you don't like dancing and wrestling, but tonight you got to dance with my friend, the Blue Meanie. What was that experience like for you? And I have to compliment you on a pitch perfect Meanie dance. So what was that experience like to dance with Meanie tonight?
Where do I begin with the Blue Meanie? So I'll tell you this. The Blue Meanie, as much as I hated him dancing with Mina when I used to do long car rides, me and my husband, love you, Matt, we would do the Blue Meanie dance or like random songs time and time again, and like it goes with everything, and it's so awesome. So when this kind of all popped up and transpired, like, and Billy kind of organized everything, she organized the dance team, which I feel like she did a way better job than Lexi did the last time we had our dance team around.
How to make it improve.
It was really cool, and when I found out about it, I was extremely giddy, and I met Meanie shortly after I left WWE, and he was the just nicest, coolest guy, which made it like, and I think my interaction was, hi, I danced to your song in my car, bye, and I left, because I'm awkward when I meet people. I really am, but when it happened today, Billy will tell you, I was on like cloud 9 because Sunday is my birthday. And so like, I was just like, this is the best birthday present ever. So it's really cool to have him part in. Yes, I said it like 30,000 times. I'm certain I did. It's my birthday and I get to dance with the Blue Meanie. And I hate dancing and wrestling, but I feel like it's an exception if I do it, right? But it's really cool just to have like someone as historic as him that has done the world for this building, for the company himself, to give him a spotlight. And it's really cool to be able to just be a part of that. And like, I'm immensely happy. I can't put it into words right now because I'm going to go home and watch that clip on repeat, I think. So if anyone wants to gift that for me, love you.
We have time for one more.
Okay.
Hello, champ. My name is Courtney Rice. I'm from Women's Wrestling Talk, and we support all things women's wrestling. Congratulations on being still forever women's champion. And there was another milestone you achieved, and you actually ran an all promotion featuring women's wrestling in Texas. And you featured wrestlers from all over the world, AEW, Ring of Honor. You also had Mercedes Moné come out during the event as well. And it was well received with a positive reception. And as a possibility, we could see this as a yearly event. And could we see more superstars, not just from around the world, but also from AEW and Ring of Honor?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have tickets on sale. We actually sold out of pre-sale with only announcing Chris Statlander, who's going to be on our show, which we are going to release more tickets. I just have to go home and physically do all of that. When I say I live this, I do. So literally, when I get home, like literally, we're going to start announcing the rest of the talent on the show, which are around the world. We have a lot of new faces, talent from California, Jersey, all around, without giving spoilers, because you have to follow us at Metroplex Wrestling. But like, stay tuned. October 25th is our next show. We're running a 1,000-person venue because we literally had to turn 200 people away. So if you don't pre-order your tickets, there's a chance that might happen, but it's at a bar. So I'm very excited about that. But we have more talent to be announced. It is coming. If you want to pre-order your tickets, I think we're already like halfway gone. So I would do that now. You can get that at metroplexwrestling.com. But yes, it is going to be a very regular thing. And Tony's been very awesome in helping me with that as well. So like, we're working on it. I promise. I'm a little late because I was a little busy traveling the world and defending my championship and trying to win championships. But I promise you it's a regular thing. So please stay tuned. I know by Monday we are going to be releasing the full talent list, and then we will start doing matches because I'm very excited to announce a few myself. So
it's been great working with you on it. I think it's really cool what you're doing, and it's great to send some wrestlers from ROH and AEW to support your show. And you have a great eye for talent. You're a great wrestler, and also when you're not wrestling, also a great wrestling coach. So I think you're going to coach up some great stars for the future that we could see in ROH and AEW, and that's really great. And it's one of the great things about working with the forever champion now, closing in on 1,000 days as the ROH Women's World Champion, with some of the greatest matches and greatest main events and great, huge championship fights in the history of Ring of Honor.
Absolutely.
Athena. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And let's give it up also, Billy Starks. Very impressive. And Billy Starks now going on into the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship tournament, going into the quarterfinals. A lot to look forward to. Let's give it up to both of them, and let's give it up again to the world champion, Athena. Thank you, champ.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Mom. Don't forget that. Sorry.
Oh, no, you want that, champ. Congrats, champ. Thank you. Thank you. Way to go.
Good night, everybody.
I'm still waiting on my wrap.
Your rap?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
She's after me too now?
Yeah, well, it's good.
That's
a good thing. And we've had a great show tonight, Ian, and I'm really excited about it. We're having a great year with AEW and ROH. We spend so much time talking about AEW because it's a fantastic company. We're having one of the best years in the history of AEW. I got another cup of coffee, which is a good sign, so I can answer some questions. We're on a great run. We're back from London, where we just had a great Forbidden Door. Yeah. Now we're here in Philadelphia. It's a short drive for you. How long a drive was it for you?
About an hour up down from Allentown.
Great. So, yeah. So nice. Is it easy drive? You get to sleep in your own bed, I'd imagine, tonight. That's good. That's always good on the World of Pro Wrestling, the year-long, year-round tour that is pro wrestling, the never-ending tour that is our sport. And with that, we can answer some questions. But what a great night and great event. I really appreciate you all being here, and I'll stay and answer questions because I really appreciate all of you coming and doing this. So with
we'll
that,
start on this side and then we'll get over
there. This question is for Tony, Robert Spinelli with All Elitist Podcast. So congratulations with all the success on HBO Max with AEW. can we potentially see Ring of Honor, AEW Dark, and Elevation possibly make the move to Max?
It's a great question. I am open to it, but right now we're integrating some great things into HBO Max. We're having a great year with AEW, and so far we've put up AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision. Every week we do 2 live shows, and we're looking forward to a lot of things. We still have plans we announced at the beginning of this. There's still a plan to launch the AEW pay-per-views live eventually on HBO Max. That's going to be really exciting. We really want to do that. We're really excited about Dynamite and Collision, but also we've built great audiences over the years on TBS and TNT. And one of the real success stories and highlights of this is we've been able to maintain and grow those audiences this year from where we ended last year, which is pretty cool because we've been able to get bigger on TBS and TNT quarter after quarter. And while we've also built this new streaming audience. So we're building and building, and I think eventually more content could be great. Those are great shows you mentioned. And Ring of Honor, we're having a great year with the service, and we've been trying to, feature more free content too. Some interesting things have happened along the way. Now, first of all, intentionally, I've been putting more ROH along the way, free shows. I really liked the episode we put up a couple weeks ago that did great viewership. Yeah. That was a nice episode. It reminded some people of almost like a hybrid of the best of what the ROH TV can be, but also having free wrestling like with the Dark and Elevation shows that people really liked on YouTube. That was a great episode. There were some great matches on it. It was great seeing Sky Team versus the Varsity Athletes.
Amazing.
There was that great multi-man match with the Outrunners, AR Fox.
That's right.
There was really good stuff. I thought Lethal and Zayn had a great match on that show. There was some great action on that show. Nick Wayne defending the TV title against Willie Mack was great. Nick Wayne not here tonight due to injury. A lot of injuries impacted this card, but everybody really stepped up and delivered. So I've been trying to put more of the free shows like that one on YouTube, more content to introduce new fans into ROH. Yeah. Tonight, our streaming provider had issues with browsers, and if anybody's affected by it, I didn't want to have anybody that's not included, so I made a decision in the chair in the back while the show was happening. I put the show up free worldwide on YouTube, and you may not have known that while you were in the chair.
No.
Yeah, you did a great job calling the show. So I made a call during the show to put the entire show up free worldwide on YouTube. Wow. And I'm going to give everybody a 1-month credit, all the current subscribers, because, if anybody, really everybody should be able to get that credit. And I heard it was only on certain browsers. At first, I think we thought it was Chrome and Firefox, but then also they said Microsoft Edge. So I said, if it's affecting those people, everybody should just be able to watch it for free on YouTube. And we'll rectify it with the streaming provider, Brightcove, that was responsible. And I'm really proud of the way the team stepped up. And it was a great night, honestly, for the company because the show we delivered was fantastic. And then I think new fans must have seen it. It was a well-received choice. People thought it was a good thing to do. And, that's a lot of money a month of subscriptions. I'm not going to lie to you. We have thousands and thousands of subscribers. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars that I'm going to eat with a month subscription. But it's okay because we made new fans. I'll rectify it with the people responsible on the other end. And the fans got a great show tonight. And it seemed like almost unanimously positive response on social media. And it's a hard thing to do something that's unanimously well received on social media. But it seems like we're doing a lot of those kinds of things in AEW. That's the kind of year we're having. We've had so many things that have been positively received, almost 100% positive feedback on shows like Forbidden Door and AEW All In, one of the greatest things we've ever done. But also these events. Tonight, loved the show tonight. I think really fans were really just so impressed. Probably made some new fans along the way unintentionally with not originally planning to put the show up for free. But I think some new people definitely saw it. I heard a lot of people saying that, and they got a great show. Yeah. And we've been really anticipating this show. We had some very exciting events. Like I mentioned, injuries along the way to champions. We have multiple champions out injured that affected the card. The TV champions, Red Velvet and Nick Wayne, both out injured. Of course, Dustin Rhodes holding 2 championships, and Dustin took on so much to become the TNT champion. And then when Kyle Fletcher put him down in that incredible match in Chicago, it was, of course, the end of Dustin Rhodes' run as TNT champion, but it also meant he would have to step down as a tag team champion and a 6-man champion. And we saw some pretty incredible results with new champions crowned tonight. But what a way to end the night with a great pair of World Championship matches. Great champions, great challengers. We've been looking forward to weeks. We've been looking forward to Bandido versus Hechicero. That vignette ended that free episode on YouTube, and people loved it. So we've shown it a few times, including right before the match started, Bandido and Hechicero with the showdown, and Athena versus Mina Shirakawa. Really a personal rivalry that these two have built on TV. Very heated. And Mina, her first match back after Athena put her out of action in the huge casino gauntlet match at AEW All in Texas. And then with Mina getting involved in London last week and Athena's AEW World title shot. And with Mina, the interim Ring of Honor World TV champion, having a chance to make history herself, being the one to end this reign. You couldn't have asked for a better main event to end the night. It's a great show.
It was amazing.
You did a great job.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, Tony, Adam Bernard from The Sportster. Nice to see you again, sir.
Hey, nice to see you.
We spoke earlier this year about ECW and your love for the business. Now, you obviously got to give Taz some amazing news on Wednesday night, and obviously the Blue Meanie was here tonight. What's it like for you to run so many shows here in this historic arena, and what does it mean for you as an ECW fan to leave your legacy on this spot?
Yes, thank you for bringing it up because I was going to address this. So we surprised Taz here. So one thing I was going to cover in the scrum, and I really appreciate you teeing up the golf ball, so to speak, for me here. First of all, we're so honored to have Taz and his family here with us in AEW. It was great to see Hook tonight, the cold-hearted, handsome devil, and it was really an honor to pay tribute to Taz, somebody who's a legend of wrestling who everybody here, including me, has really followed for years and has so much respect for. He's a great commentator and ambassador in AEW. He's a top expert on pro wrestling, from Technique by Taz to the color commentary he provides every week on Wednesday Night Dynamite. He's an indispensable part of AEW and our team. And in this building, for the first time we ever had AEW, it was great to be able to surprise Taz with his family coming out and all the wrestlers coming out to support Taz. Now, because it was a surprise and he asked for some more time to get his family and everybody lined up, Taz did ask if I could please postpone the surprise induction for tomorrow until Wednesday, and I have granted that stay for him. So Taz did ask me. Tomorrow we were planning to raise Taz up into the rafters, but also it was a surprise, to be fair. And he tried to get his family and everyone lined up. He said, "Can you wait till Wednesday, please?" So we're going to wait till Wednesday. It's for him. I think it's the least we can do for Taz is wait till Wednesday by his request. But so it's a real honor to be able to do that for him here in this building. Taz is an indispensable part of the team. Like I said, we love working with him. You guys have really everybody in that announcer's room, I think, could speak to the fact that Taz is a great locker room leader.
He is, absolutely.
Yep.
He's the best.
He's a brilliant wrestling mind, and we're all really blessed to work with him, and we all have so much respect for what he accomplished in the ring, in this very arena, and throughout his career. And he's also raised a great son that we're really proud to work with Hook. Thanks for asking about him.
Hi, Tony. Ab from WIP Wrestling. I know we're not done the week yet. It might be a little too early to ask, but given how the last two events went, what would you say about coming back to the 2300 Arena and doing events like this more often?
Oh, it's going to be great. I think we're going to be here 5 more shows. So based on, well, I got to say, we're 2 out of 7. We're 2 for 2. And the way we're going, I'd say we can do more shows here. I absolutely love it. We've had great shows here. The fans have been excellent. The quality of the wrestling has been excellent. The environment's awesome. The city is great. We love being here. It's safe to say I want to do more shows in the 2300 Arena. And I always love coming to Philadelphia. From the different venues we've run, we've always had great shows here, whether we brought Dynamite, Collision, pay-per-view with Dynasty, or Ring of Honor. Tonight, it was great having Death Before Dishonor here in the 2300 Arena tonight. Again, Ian, you did a great job. You and Caprice, fantastic on the call. The fans were great. The environment is world-class. And yes, we would love to come back here. Thank you.
It's hard not to when the crowd is so engaged. I'll just say that, when everybody's so alive.
Dave Melanger, Sports Talk Philadelphia. So, questions for Tony. So, 2 shows in, how do you feel like the overall atmosphere has been like being in this arena? And back at AEW Dynasty, you mentioned about doing more pay-per-views in Philadelphia. When do we think we could see that coming? Could Citizens Bank Park be an option?
That's a great question. It's absolutely something that I want to do is more pay-per-views around Philadelphia. The fans have been so great. And certainly here we've brought some of the very best wrestling with Ring of Honor. We had a great Dynasty pay-per-view. The support for that was tremendous. It was a great AEW pay-per-view debut here. Ring of Honor, no strangers to Philadelphia and no strangers to this building. So absolutely we want to do more great shows here. That's a great thought too, something to consider, but definitely the support around Philadelphia is phenomenal. And whether it's ROH or AEW, we're going to keep bringing shows here. And again, we've got 5 more to go in the next few weeks. We're going to have these great sellout crowds. It's a very intimate environment. There's a lot of history. And based on how it's gone, I feel safe to say we're definitely going to want to come back here. The environment's incredible. Again, for anyone who doesn't know, until this week, I had not been in this building since I was 13 years old. It's been over 29 years until this week before I set foot in this building. Wednesday marked the first AEW event here and also my first time coming here since I came as a kid to see ECW, and then to be here promoting AEW and now promoting ROH and having these incredible matches. Both Wednesday Night Dynamite and now this pay-per-view just delivered. I mean, I really thought it was one of the best Wednesday Night Dynamite shows. A lot of people who've seen every episode told me they thought it was one of the all-time best episodes. It's been incredibly well received. And after 308 episodes of Wednesday Night Dynamite, and having been in the chair for all of them, I can tell you it was one of my favorite ones we've ever done. I can't wait to do our first ever collision here hours from now. The doctors are checking out the competitors. We announced after weeks of rivalry and tension between Juice Robinson of the Bang Bang Gang and Big Bill. They're going to go one-on-one here tomorrow. The crowd's going to go nuts for that great match. And they're checking out the competitors in the back as the doctors give me the clearance. I'll find out who's going to be cleared. A lot of the top competitors in the world, including top competitors here in ROH, but also a lot of the people who are big names in AEW were on this show tonight. So I need to find out who's cleared, and I'm going to go work on that and make some announcements about tomorrow. It's live coast to coast here. First ever collision in this building. It'll be live. We got big football games, so we're on 8 p.m. Eastern, but also on the West Coast. We're going to be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, and should have a great audience, and it's going to be great being a part of that with the College Football Saturdays now, too, on TNT. It's great.
Oh, it's exciting. It's a great relationship.
It's great being here. Thanks for asking that, and certainly the more we can do in Philadelphia, the better. It's great. We love being up here.
Hey, Tony. Max Dinner from bioslam.net. Obviously, before you bought Ring of Honor, it was very rare to see women main event the shows, especially consistently. But it seems since Athena's been champion, it's kind of been non-debatable how they should be main eventing the shows, pay-per-views especially. Just talk about from your perspective, has it been undeniable in your eyes, and how do you feel about that moving forward?
Well, it's been great having Athena, one of the great world champions, in these fantastic matches like tonight, taking on top challengers. And tonight was one of my favorite ones yet. Mina Shirakawa is a great star. She's the interim world TV champion. And I think no matter what happens when we do eventually go to crown an undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World TV champion, right now, Mina's the interim champion, and Red Velvet will be coming back hopefully soon to crown an undisputed champion. But I think it's safe to say Mina is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And Mina is one of our favorite signings we've made in recent AEW history, and a top star now for ROH as well. And that's the kind of top competition Athena has been taking on. In Ring of Honor in the last few years, certainly Mina would be one of the top stars that Athena's taken on, but Athena's had so many great matches, and many of them have been great main events. Some of them have been in that main event position. Others have been as part of a big double main event. I think whether it's been the final match of the night or whether it's been one of the great matches of the night, no matter where it's been, time after time, one consistent theme with Athena delivering great matches, she comes out the winner. And many of them, like you said, have been great main event matches, including tonight. The 2 final matches, either one of them could have easily been a great double main event, and you could say that about the last show as well. And I think Athena has delivered. Mina tonight really stepped up as a challenger, and it was just an incredible main event, and really an incredible set of matches to close a great pay-per-view, in my opinion, ending with Athena still the world champion, closing in on 1,000 days in ROH as the champion, and yet another great main event match under her belt. And again, I thought it was a very impressive win as part of a double main event in Texas when she wrestled Thunder Rosa. That was actually not the final match that night. Takeshita and Bandido went out and had the last match, but her match was impressive. Her win was impressive. But many times, as you said, it has been the final match, and it set the tone, closed the night. And tonight was one of those nights. I thought that Athena versus Mina was just a phenomenal way to close a great show. Thank you for asking.
Tony, I think we have time for two more.
At least.
Yeah.
Let's do them.
Hi, Lizzie Flanagan with PWI. Adam Priest has been turning a lot of heads with his recent appearances on Ring of Honor. What can fans expect in regards to his future with the company?
I'm a big fan of Adam Priest. I've scouted Adam Priest here. You know, he's participated with us in ROH, AEW. I went over to Rev Pro just in Stevenage, just outside London, and went to the show. And, you know, Serena Deeb, the professor, who will be competing in the ROH Women's Pure Championship tournament. She was competing there representing AEW. I was scouting out wrestlers. Adam Priest, very impressive in the British Junior Cup, the British J Cup. I thought Adam Priest was very impressive. Also, I thought Ace Austin was very good over there. So I went to see Serena and came out very impressed with Priest and Ace Austin. And Priest in particular is somebody that's done really, really well. Tonight, he came very close to walking out with $50,000 that would have come from money that I've saved from not paying the Young Bucks their salaries, money that comes right out of their bank accounts, which is so sweet for me as somebody that survived the deadliest move in professional wrestling and lived to tell the tale. I'm very fortunate to be sitting here right now, and it's sweet anytime I can click that bank account. And it would have been great if Adam Priest had walked out with $50,000. It would have been great if AR Fox had walked out again with the money. You know, would have been great if Angelico had won it, but in this case, you know, it was Dralisico. It was a big night for the LFI, walking out with World Tag Team Championship, new champions.
Yeah, what a shot.
Unbelievable pick by Sammy. Nobody expected that, right?
No one.
Nobody saw that coming.
But it was a great pick.
It was a great. I think you were right when you said it, because Caprice, you were. I don't know if anybody's had a chance to catch a replay yet, but Caprice said, you know, he didn't think it was. Can you believe he made that pick? Would you pick? And Ian immediately said yes. Like, yeah, I would. That would probably be the first guy I would pick. Would be Rouge. He was a great pick.
I don't know if I get along with him, but he helped me win the tag titles.
Yeah, he's been a great champion in ROH, and Sammy wanted to keep those belts. And the Von Erichs had said either one of them would step up and be great partners for him. And he'd had a great thing going with them in the Sons of Texas. It's sad to see that end, the Sons of Texas officially, I think, tonight. But no, absolutely. Priest is a great competitor. I'm really glad you asked about him. He's competed with the Workhorsemen lately. He's teamed with JD Drake and Anthony Henry. And Anthony had put in a request for the night off tonight, so they were off tonight, but by his own request. Otherwise, you might have seen the Workhorsemen, but Anthony had asked me for the night off, and we scheduled a pay-per-view, and I'm very accommodating. So I also have to say that whether it's been recently in trios matches with the Workhorsemen or as a singles, whether it was, like I said, in the independents, when I saw him in Rev Pro, in AEW, or now in ROH, I'm really impressed with Adam Priest. I think he's somebody that really could do some great things here. Another show I really thought he did a great job on, which we showed on ROH, the Dean show. Dean Rasmus, which, again, very fitting, will be coming here for Dean 3. Yes. I really enjoyed working on the Dean 2. You know, for anybody who doesn't know, I when I was young, I posted in college on a message board called the Death Valley Driver. I was on dial-up AOL when I was in like junior high and high school, and then in college, when kind of that ended and dial-up AOL was over, and the grandstand was not as much of a thing, I was on the Death Valley Driver, and Dean Rasmussen was somebody who wrote a lot of great things about wrestling. I thought probably the most fitting tribute and the highest praise you could get, certainly here in Ring of Honor in the world of wrestling, may be from Samoa Joe, who's 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions. He's a Ring of Honor Hall of Famer and probably certainly in contention to be the greatest champion in the history of this company. And Samoa Joe had really kind words about Dean Rasmussen, saying this is a man who loved pro wrestling and loved writing about it and brought a lot of positivity to pro wrestling, just paraphrasing Joe's great words about Dean, which is a really nice, heartfelt message. The highest praise you can get when Samoa Joe's praising somebody's writing about wrestling and what they brought. So Dean Rasmussen was a really great writer. He was one of the founders of the Death Valley Driver video review, and his family and friends had worked with them to put together Dean 2, which was a follow-up tribute show to the original Dean tribute show. And because I really like Dean's writing and had interacted with him a few times, I wanted to be a part of that and have ROH be a part of that. So we're going to have Dean 3 here coming up in just over a week.
Yeah.
It's just a week away.
I can't believe it's right around the corner. I remember when we announced it after Dean 2. Yeah.
There are going to be more great announcements about that card coming out of Death Before Dishonor, because some of the people competing on the card tonight will also be competing on that show. But Priest, I thought, did a fantastic job. Adam Priest, really good young wrestler, and that's a kind of talent, hopefully, that can make a name in ROH and continue building their reputation. Adam Priest has already got a great reputation. I think he can develop it and be a great wrestler in ROH and maybe in AEW too. Thanks for asking. Got at least one more. Hey.
Yes. Hi, Tony. My name is Courtney Rice. I'm from Women's Wrestling Talk. You talked about the Ring of Honor Pure Women's Championship, and you also talked about it yesterday during the media call because you were a little bit unsure on how the bracket was going to go because, as you mentioned, you had to deal with injuries. You also had to deal with Queen Amanada getting an emergency passport. But we actually found out one of the matches today where Queen Amanada beat Taya Valkyrie, and she will be meeting Deonna Purrazzo.
Well, no, she'll be meeting the winner of Trish Adora.
Trish Adora
versus Deonna Purrazzo. Trish Adora actually had some things to say about Deonna Purrazzo, which you haven't seen yet because it hasn't aired on the live show. But the bracket is Trish Adora versus Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo came out here. Trish Adora was none too pleased about that. She was in the back with the new 6-man champions who were celebrating the win. And when she saw Deonna go out to the ring, she did not appreciate that. So you'll be seeing that on ROH TV soon because for those of us in the backstage, which I know you were out here, when Trish saw Deonna come out here, she was not happy at all about that, and she had some things to say to Deonna about that. To your point,
I can imagine.
So actually, it's Trish Adora will be wrestling Deonna, and the winner of that will be wrestling Queen Amanada, who's moved on to the semifinals.
Okay, and also another question on that because we are going to see a lot of it mostly on Ring of Honor, but is it a chance we could see a crossover to possibly AEW Collision?
Well, potentially, yeah. A lot of the Ring of Honor championships have been defended on AEW and particularly on these Collision shows because we often tape at Collision. ROH is often a big part of the weekend shows. And the roster, sometimes you see the ROH champions compete on Dynamite and Collision. We've had Athena, the Women's World Champion, and Bandido, the World Champion, very involved in AEW recently. And also, when you look at the lineage of some of these championships, especially and particularly since I started working with Ring of Honor, it can be a really good thing a lot of times, some of these young rising champions. And you look, Kyle Fletcher is a great example now, the TNT champion, who was a Ring of Honor television champion. Certainly now, not necessarily a young rising name in terms of being somebody that's one of the most established, greatest stars, but certainly the longest reigning world television champion in ROH, then has gone on to do some of the best work of his career in AEW, and that's Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe was a world TV champion in ROH, and then has moved on since to become the AEW world champion, the TNT champion, and now world trios champion. So we've seen people sometimes hold championships in ROH, move on to AEW and become a part of that show. But recently, we've also seen a lot of the Ring of Honor champions, active champions, current champions involved in the show, sometimes defending their championships, sometimes competing for AEW championships. So whoever wins this Pure Championship tournament, I definitely think they could be actively participating, just as we've also seen Lee Moriarty compete often on AEW shows. And Lee Moriarty also just competed recently in the Technical Spectacle and has been a big part of the Collision shows as well. So I would say whoever wins the Ring of Honor Women's Pure Championship, certainly we'll see them competing in ROH as the champion a lot, but could also see them certainly competing on AEW, whether it's Dynamite or, yes, on Collision for sure. That's a great question, and it's been really great having you all here. I think hopefully you all got to ask something. It's been really nice sitting with all of you. I appreciate you all coming out to cover this event. This is a really special place for pro wrestling, and to be able to sit here with all of you and talk about what I thought was a great show tonight. You've done a great job, Ian. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you all coming and covering this event. You know, I have to say, we would not be able to do this without the great pro wrestlers, without our great staff, and without the great fans, but also without the great media and support. I really appreciate you all covering us and giving us an opportunity. It's a huge part of how we're able to get the word out to the fans, having all of you coming and covering the show. Thank you for being here in person, or anybody who called in, people who've been covering the event from home, and all of you here tonight. I really appreciate it. Thanks for being here for the Scrum. Great job tonight, Ian.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and it's always fun working with Caprice. We're almost a quarter decade into Ring of Honor, and we came home tonight. Came home to Philadelphia. So.
Another great one in the books, my friend. We did it again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.